Banknote auctions are going insane. Look what just sold for $19,200. In this video, I'm going to be going over some incredibly rare and valuable paper money bills. Every single note you see in this video is 100% genuine, and all of the sales happened on heritage auctions, which are confirmed, paid in full auctions that happened recently. Now I'm going to start you off with an absolute banger of a note. This one sold for $14,400. It is a genuine silver certificate United States note. Now, what is a silver certificate? Essentially, back in the day, our paper money was actually backed by bullion, whether that was gold or silver. That means you could technically bring this $10 bill to your bank and they would give you $10 worth of value of silver in return. Such an amazing concept that I still wish they did today. Now, most $10 silver certificates are not going to be worth nearly anywhere close to this amount of money, $14,400. But here's the reality. 1933 is a very special year for the silver certificate. A lot of people call this the king of silvers. Now, in 1933, the US was in the middle of a banking crisis and the Great Depression. To restore confidence in paper money, the Treasury prepared to release a new type of $10 silver certificate, which was the series of 1933. Even though over $10 million worth of 1933 $10 silver certificates were printed, almost none of them were released into circulation. The plan was abandoned after Roosevelt took the US off the gold standard and shifted currency policies. Nearly all of the notes were destroyed before issue. So look, when it comes to the grade and condition of your bill, it's super important to have a nicely preserved banknote. This one got graded by PMG at a very fine 25. Understand that 1 is the lowest and 70 is the highest. So it's cool that a bill like this actually went out in pocket change. It was spent back in the day, and eventually someone's like, hey, this is actually a pretty rare banknote from 1933. I'm gonna hold on to this one, put it in my collection. And guys, turning a $10 bill into $14,400 is absolutely mind-blowing, but that is what this person did. So here's another genuine $10 bill. This one is from the Hawaii series. So after the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th of 1941, the US feared that Japan might invade Hawaii. Military leaders worried that if Japan took the island, millions of dollars in US currency could fall into enemy hands and be used against America. To prevent this, the US government created a special series of US currency that could be declared worthless if captured. The result? What you're looking at right here. This banknote sold for $18,600. It's a $10 Hawaii banknote. Now, one very special feature about this specific bill is clearly you're going to see the brown seal and serial numbers. You're going to see a small black Hawaii overprint on the left and right hand side, and then on the back you have this beautiful large Hawaii stamp right over the back. These bills are incredibly collectible because of the history around them. They are an emergency issue, and also this specific bill right here is special because it has a star at the end of the serial number. Now, star notes are essentially replacement notes that replace any misprints, damaged bills, or any issues during the printing process where a banknote needs to replace that specific bill. Star notes are rare in themselves, so having them in this high of a grade of a 65 allowed this $10 Hawaii star note to sell for $18,600. $19,200 for this $100 bill. This one got graded by PMG at a 68 star, an incredibly high grade, only 2 points away from the perfect grade of 70. Now, really quickly, you may be asking, how do I get a higher grade? So from 60 to 70, that means you have no folds on your bill. So if you're not folding your banknotes, you're more than likely going to have a grade between 60 and 70. From there, how do you get a higher grade? Let's say you send a bill in to get graded and it comes back at a 64, and then your friend submits a bill and gets a 68. The main difference between your guys' grades is going to be the centering of the margins. The margins are the white border that you see around your bill. The more centered it is, the higher the grade you're going to get. Also, this is a solid number 8 serial number. So in the world of paper money, fancy serial numbers will bring demand and value for your specific bill. Now, what I always tell people is like, look, you can go to your local bank and try to find a bill like this. All you got to do is ask the bank teller in a nice way, hey, do you have some pack fresh bills that I could have because I'm a collector? Then what you can do is you can look through them all and try to find some rare error notes or fancy serial numbers that could be worth a lot of money. Because this is a solid number 8 serial number, and 8 is a very lucky number in a lot of countries, these solid numbers are very, very valuable. It's sold for $19,200. All right, so we know what the silver certificate is. This one is from 1934. Now, typically you're going to find silver certificates that are from 1934. Remember, 1933 is incredibly rare. It is a key note, but this one sold for $24,000. That's incredible for this bill. Not only is this a star note, but it's also a narrow variety. PMG at the time only graded 3 narrow stars stars for this specific Freeburg number. So it's an incredibly challenging note to come across. Once again, we know what a star note is, and you can see at the end of the grade there's a star. So we got graded by PMG at a 65 EPQ star. Essentially, the star designation is given by a grader if they think the note is extremely nice, if it has nice embossing, nice color, just overall really good eye appeal. And once again, this one sold for $24,000, mainly because it's a highly graded 1934D narrow star note. Very, very cool there. $24,000. All right, $42,000 for this $1 bill. It is a genuine legal tender note. So remember that 1928 is actually the first year of issue for US paper money. This bill specifically is highly collectible because of the red seal and serial number. People think it's the coolest thing ever. Also, you can see the back of the bill is pretty funny looking, and interestingly enough, the nickname of a bill like this is a funny back. PMG graded it at a 65 EPQ. That means there's not a single fold on this bill whatsoever. Highly collectible, and also it's a star note. So this bill has just about everything going for it. Really high grade. It's also a star note, and it's sold for $42,000. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.